I actually set out to try to inspire people who lost limbs, and I got a lot of compliments from people who had 2 legs, and I thought, well, I guess if that's the way it is, just embrace it. But like the story is, when I lost my leg and I decided I wanted to go water skiing again, I didn't do it for you or for you or for you. Like I was saying earlier, you got 2 choices. I can sit in a wheelchair and feel sorry for myself. I got to go out there and try to figure out how the hell I'm going to live my life the way I want to live it. And I think the frustrating thing where like Sophie would be getting at here is we don't feel like when I started water skiing again, and you heard me say like what a frustrating process that was, because I wanted to be better than everybody. Like, you know, I considered myself a good athlete, and I'm sitting here feeling like I'm skiing like shit, and people are looking at me just because I'm missing a leg saying, oh, that's so inspiring. It's like, this has nothing to do with like, I'm skiing like shit. I'm on a journey to try to get somewhere. I'm not like a little dog doing backflips and tricks for you because you've never seen somebody with a prosthesis.
Some people want to be an inspiration. Others don't. It's hard because you don't get to, the hard part about having a prosthesis is you don't get to control the narrative anymore.
I think where it flips,
you don't get to decide.
But the thing where it flips is like when you set out and you say, I would like to be an inspiration.
Right.
When you're telling me I'm doing good on the prosthesis and I don't feel like my life is doing good, it's hard for me to see myself as an inspiration.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It does. Oh, absolutely makes sense.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not sitting there walking around thinking, I got this thing nailed. I'm like, fuck, I'm still struggling.
Right.
Like, especially in like, I don't know how far along she is in the process.
Sure.
But a lot of my stories, you know how I always tell the evolution of the story? It's so significant how I thought early in the process.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Like that guy who opened the door for me.
So it's one of those things where if you're truly doing something that you feel is inspirational,
then yeah, I want to be seen as an inspiration.
Then you're excited. That helps to charge you up. That helps to do. But by you walking across the parking lot and going to a shopping cart, you don't want somebody to walk up to you and say,
my fucking tibia can be hurting me right now every time I'm taking a fucking step.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how's that inspiring to you?
Well, how is it? Because you're still doing it. I mean, the reason it's inspiring is because...
But I'm just saying, like you said, when you want to inspire people, it's different because you set out to do it.
But from my perspective and from the perspective of people that aren't doing this all the time, you are in pain every step. That's what we're seeing. The reason that people think that you're inspirational is because they're equating everything that you're doing with hardship. They're looking at every single thing that you're doing as something, wow, you really overcame... You took those steps. That must have hurt you. That must have been hard emotionally, physically, all those things. That had to be a real challenge for you. So it inspires me that you did those things and kept a smile on your face.
Right.
Maybe you're in pain, maybe you're not. But my perception is that you are in pain. My perception is that was a challenge to you. That hurt you.
Yeah.
And so it
I mean, I've never
real
considered
hard
that, honestly. But you see, I mean, and this is where I think a piece like this has a lot of layers to it. Like I just read that and I don't know why, I just saw so many different, because you're giving me a perception that I've never considered, but then you don't know where you see what I'm saying? I'm not on your side of it.
Right.
I'm like, this is my reality. This isn't like the inspiration of like, oh, what would I do if I was, I don't have a choice.
This is Tuesday for you.
Right. Yeah.
This is Tuesday for you. This is a normal work day, normal thing. Right. There's no, you didn't wake up, put your prosthesis on and think, who am I going to go show the way today?
Like if you said, I want to inspire people by spinning widgets.
Right.
Well, you can stop if that's not working.
Right.
This is like, I'm stuck on this no matter what, whether I like it or not.
Right. Anybody who's a parent will say it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that you're there.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
and she made this comment
every single time and say, I'm proud of you, and they do nothing.
She makes this
you
comment.
Just are. It's automatically ingrained.
She makes this comment, which I totally relate to, where she's like, you know, everybody's saying I'm like this and I'm not being grateful. It's like, oh, now you're supposed to be grateful you lost your leg? Because I mean, you see that? And again, it goes down to that thing where we're less than 1% of the population. So 99% of the population cannot relate to our perception.
Right.
But talking it out like this, even between the two of us,
right?
Like, I just think there's a formula. You know how we always talk about that creating an awareness that's real talk?
Right.
See, because
Right.
she doesn't know how to articulate her feelings
Right.
to the people she's discussing it with. She
Right.
has valid feelings.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And she feels guilty for the feelings
Right.
that she has.
Right.
That was why I said I love that segment, because this is real. It's like the family members. Why do our patients love to come to Step Up and everywhere to talk with each other? Because they don't really relate with
Right.
their family.
Right. They have an experience with people that are going through the same thing.
That no one else
Right.
does.
Right.